And we are live. Good afternoon, evening, night, depending on where you are in the world, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. As usual, I want to make sure you're hearing me. So again, you know the routine. I want you to drop something in the comment to say you're hearing me. I want to make sure that all the audio tech stuff is working. So let me hear from you if you're hearing me. Just before I get started. Just say yes, no, maybe so. So hearing me, say hearing you, or thumbs up. How are you? Where are you tuning in from? I want to hear from you. Come on, let me hear from you, man. I want to make sure you're hearing me. Um, so again, while I'm waiting and while I wait for that, I want to, for those who might be here, who might be new here, I'll say welcome. This is Wellesley from My-Island-Jamaica. I Greetings. Thank you, Blessed Green Chick. Thank you. I hope you're hearing me. Let me know if you're hearing me, Blessed Green Chick. I know you're probably one of the most ardent person here. I want to make sure you're hearing me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I want to make sure. Say here. Sound is good. Sound is good. Sound is good. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, man, if you're hearing me. I want to make sure you're hearing me before I proceed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How you do? How you do? How are you, Janelle? Thank you. Thank you, Steve and Jenny. That's it. Elaine Hine. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Good. Blessed love. Thank you. Now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that now. Good. All right. So, greetings and thanks officially again. Thank you for tuning in. First, I want to extend condolences to the family of those who lost loved ones as a result or related to the Hurricane Beryl. All right. Sincere condolences. I don't think nobody was expecting or was anticipating that, Beryl would arrive and just in a few days at our doorstep, and right in there we'll be losing loved ones. So sincere condolences to the families of those. I think based on the latest number so far, I think we lost 3 persons. Right. So that's that. This special, I'm calling this a special edition. I want to touch base with you. There are some persons who have not heard from family members since burial. It's true. There are some persons, especially persons overseas, have not made any form of contact or not heard from family members since then. And so I wanted to use this medium to kind of share some information as much as we can. And importantly, too, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from persons who have been impacted by the storm locally here, obviously. I want to hear from you. I want us to kind of interact, to share, to learn, so that exactly we learn from each other, because there are some learnings. There are a lot of learnings that are coming out of this. Trust me. And I think the more we engage, the more we interact, the more I think we're going to be able to learn, so we can better prepare for the next one. Now, that's the goal of this particular stream, is to update you and to connect with you, the others who have been impacted. All right. So I'll be watching the comments a little later as you share them. But just before, a bit of, I'm going to say a bit of an update. So thank you. Well, actually, let me just acknowledge a few persons here. Elaine, thank you for tuning in. Cheyenne Gain, thank you for tuning in. Is it Tonya Burks? Thank you, my friend. Bless Lady Gail. Up. Imelda Lee, you're in the building. Good to see you, my friend. Claudette, yes, good to see you, my friend. Steve and Jenny, I know that you're going through. We went through 2 years ago at a Category 5 in Florida. Yeah, thank you. And I'm loved by God, giving thanks to families have been accounted for. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And I just wanted to acknowledge you, ladies and gentlemen who commented early. So a bit of update. So it's about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So about 4 days since the Hurricane Beryl passed. And yes, we have, it's gonna take a while based on the reports for us to get back, as a country, get back to our regular ways. There's still a lot of, you would have probably seen the video I did. I published that yesterday. I call it the morning after burial. If you don't, I'm gonna put a link in the chat where you can find it. But I posted a video um, um, where I call it the morning after, where I went through a few communities, got pictures, got clips, spoke to a few persons, and shared that. It was premiered last night, right? If you don't see it, you need to see it, right? But there are still a lot of places. In fact, most of Jamaica right now are still, I'm going to say, marooned because of lack of electricity and water. All right, I'm going to share something with you. Yesterday, the NWC made a publication. They shared some information. I'm going to share that with you right now. So if you're not getting persons from some particular communities or parishes, it's probably because they don't have any connectivity. They don't have any internet connectivity because because the infrastructure might have been damaged, or the electricity system might have been obviously impacted badly. It has been really bad, and as we spoke about the South Coast, where apparently that's where it was hardest hit. I went there. In fact, I have a special report. I'm gonna call it. I'll be sharing later in the week about the South Coast. So I did one here in Mobile. You know, most of you know that I'm here in the St. James Montego Bay area. But I went south and I got some pictures. I got some clips. I got some feedback from persons there, and it is really horrid for real. It took me a while to get there because they had to be navigating, going around. In some cases, they were clearing the road, but it was blocked. So in some cases they had to divert, drive in the bushes, and go around to get back on track. You know, there were high tension wires down. There were, I've seen in one case the church roof totally blown off. The zinc sheets were in White House area. They had zinc sheets, and it's actually a proper church. It's just that they had, I think it was a concrete structure actually, but they had zinc roofing, and the zinc roofing was like 300 meters away from it. I actually saw this zinc sheets before we saw where they came from. I was curious. Some people were picking them up, you know. And I saw another area bulldozer was clearing an area. I interviewed a few persons, and one lady actually told me that she think it was worse than Gilbert. Now, for the most part, the general consensus is that it was not as catastrophic or dangerous as Gilbert. You know, Gilbert passed directly over the island. This one took the south coast, right? But it was a category 4 on the south coast. I mean, off the south coast, or on the south coast. Yes, it was in the sea, but obviously because of the width, it would have impacted people. So there's a lady who said that she honestly feel it was worse than Gilbert. That's a lady down in the farm area. So I have that. I'm going to be doing a special report on the South Coast. We look forward to that sometime later this week. I just have a lot of juggling to do, but I'll be sharing that. And lots of breadfruit. Oh my God, everywhere is tons and tons of breadfruit, man. Lots of agriculture loss and so on. But anyway, I diverted a little bit. And so I wanted to update you on where we are now. So what I wanted to say is that, yeah, a lot of communities have been marooned. And based on the report, because of lack of electricity, and in still some cases, based on the report I'm hearing, block roads, right? Most of them, I'm thinking by now, would have been cleared because, trust me, those people have been working feverishly to clear roads and restore power. But it's still a lot of work. I heard, I heard that. I'm not sure how true it is. Don't quote me on this, but I heard somebody, my neighbor actually said she heard that we're looking to get some support, overseas support, to help to restore back the power. So it's still very bad. Look, take a look at this. Let me share this with you. Let me just share this quickly with you. Bam. Let me just share this quickly with you. I want you to see this. So this here is where's that? Come on, thing. All right. So this is a flyer that was posted by JPS yesterday. Yesterday about 9 o'clock, 9:30 to yesterday, which is Saturday, right? And this is the areas that they reported already restored. Now, you can, if you look quickly, you realize that there are let me zoom in here a little bit. So you can see there's parishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parishes here that they reported that electricity was or have already been restored in areas in these parishes, areas of these parishes, right? So and so you can look and see there each parish has a whole lot more community than these, as you can imagine, right? But we're grateful, and they have been working really, really hard. I want to probably take this opportunity now to just pick up the JPS crew and the people who have been really working to help to get things back to some sort of normalcy. But you'll see that at least 5 parishes are missing totally. They're not on here. So we have St. James, we have St. Thomas, Kingston, and St. Andrew, which is corporate area, Trelawney, St. Catherine, Portland, St. Mary, and Clarendon are areas. Some areas in these parishes have already gotten power. And when I say power, electricity. And electricity, we're focusing on that because electricity is what drives everything, right? The internet, the water, everything. So you'll see though, or recognize or deduce from this, that there is Manchester is missing. There's no Manchester on here, no Westmoreland on here, no St. Elizabeth on here, and no Hanover on here. Right. So let me go. So Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester. I think I'm missing another one. Oh, St. Anne. Yes, St. Anne. Yes. So those 5 parishes are not. They're not listed here at all. Meaning, there are more than likely no electricity. There's no electricity in their area. So this though, there would have been probably some change by now because they've been working night and day to get this thing up and running. This was yesterday, right? But between yesterday and today, I can't imagine that it's going to be much greater than this. So I'm just saying this, sharing this to say that there's still a lot of places in Jamaica that are still maroon, and I use that word deliberately because they don't have any sort of power, electricity. All right. Number one, let me just acknowledge a few persons coming in quickly. Cheryl Ellison, thank you for tuning in. David Lou, big up from Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Wilton McDonald, good to see you. Oh, I am loved by God. Says 90% of Hanover is out of electricity and internet. Told you. So the probably 10% would have probably what probably came in today or late yesterday, right? Althea Smith, good night, and everyone listening to you. Yes, good to see you, acknowledging you as well, my friend. Mr. Hamilton, you're sharing the live. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wilton, appreciate that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that comment. Agriculture and hopeful, not lives. Trees will grow back, definitely. Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you, thank you. Kadeen, yes, thank you, thank you. We hope so too. We hope so. Thank you, Eugene, for tuning in. Mr. Hamilton, yes, blessings, blessings. Thank you. So, all right. So, I was also saying that that's the picture right now of in terms of electricity coverage of the island, right? Um, that yes, that is. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful because I got back power Friday evening, and that's why I was able to quickly Friday night actually Saturday morning quickly get get the video out so I could share it yesterday evening with you as well and the internet. So, but I know that I am in the minority now of people, right? So I just wanted to share that. So again, if you're trying to reach person, you're not getting them, chances are that is what is happening right now. All right. So keep the prayers up, keep the support, keep keep the wishes and all of the good stuff. You know, I believe we're a resilient people. I believe that we will, in short order, get things back to some semblance of normalcy. I would say within a couple of weeks, right? But just be patient. Just be patient. Don't expect too much yet. And you know, for persons who are here, I'm gonna ask you now to tell me about a little about. Let me just switch this back. Tell me now. Over to you. I want to hear if you're in Jamaica. If you're in Jamaica and you went through a storm, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you. I want to hear from you now. This is meant for us to uh, share your stories. So for me, let me go first. I'm in Mobi again. I told you, you know, most of you know. The the um the hurricane started. I think we started to feel the effect probably about maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock. And what's so weird about this hurricane? A lot of people have been talking about it too. Is that it didn't seem as if it wasn't like there was a lot. It was skies were all totally overcast and look, you know, it looks black and like when you're having those kind of weather system, thunderstorm and so on. In fact, at one point it seemed as if rain. It was just a normal evening. I mean, rain. The sun was shining and so on. And then, but the breeze just started to come, started to blow, and that was a little bit weird because the wind was blowing more than the rain was falling. So a lot of people are saying, "What is this happening?" So people were outside, and some people had to scurry on the inside. We went in, and then obviously the rains came with it as well. I think for the most part, from my experience here, I think it was probably about 6 was when we got the real essence of it. Serious rain, heavy rain, and serious winds. And then by about, as they had forecasted, by about 8 o'clock, it kind of dissipated a little bit. And then we just had the rains late throughout the night, until until early in the morning. That was that was it. And from my discussion with persons, that's kind of was pretty much the same experience, except the South Coast, the people from Kingston were feeling it from maybe just after midday. I mean, eastern side of the island, Portland, Kingston, St. Thomas, were feeling it from the effects from about that time. South Coast got it really bad. I mentioned earlier again that I have a special feature on the South Coast, and I do. I've actually went there, got some footage, and I'm going to share that with you in a special edition later on, right? They were feeling it from earlier, um, and according to Miss Marva, the lady I spoke to, she said it was worse than Gilbert. So you'll get to meet her. You get to hear from her in that special feature. I think I want to share something with you though. I think I want to share something with you. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you, Kedin, for and asking people to like up the video. So YouTube sees has some value. And you know, we stay away from the hearsay, we stay away from the gossip, we stay away from the excitement. You know, just to keep it as real as possible. It's not for the for the excitement. It's just updating you guys so you know what's happening. You know, but I appreciate the like and stuff. There are two ladies here. In the video that I posted yesterday, the morning after. I interviewed them. So this is in Montego Bay. This is in St. James now, right? What they call it? Namprel, retirement, Granville area. I spoke to two ladies, and they're a part of that video. I want to share them. I want to share that with you. No, those two clips. Let me share it with you now. This, I think, they share the essence of what really transpired here. All right, you'll be hearing from me. It's good to hear another voice. Let me share that with you right now. 1 second. Let's go. Share screen, share the audio tab. Let me just, yes, here they are. Here she is. Hold on 1 second. Coming up, my friend. Coming up. I want to make sure you get the audio. So I just want to make sure that it's actually set. So you, yeah. All right, let me try this. All right. So let's see that. 1 second. All right, you should be seeing something. You should be seeing a lady on the screen now. Let me try and play this so you hear it. They, in my estimation, share the essence of what of Beryl here in Jamaica. So let's go. Let me know. You should be hearing the audio, right?
Yeah. And this one, yeah. This one stayed much longer. Okay. And it will damage, more damage. Yeah. And we look for blue university in tree. Yeah. You understand? The tree. Yeah. 23 still stand and we are going to tree, yeah. And pear tree, yeah. And apple tree. Yeah. It could be worse, but praise be to God because yeah. God was in the midst. Yeah. Because when they cry out to God, yeah. I've been asking for mercy. A lot of prayer. Yeah. It actually didn't come on land, you know? No, it went on the sea. It went on the sea. That's what I heard. Gilbert come on the land. Yes. Gilbert go on mountain peak, up a blue mountain peak. But this one comes straight. Yeah. Yeah. So Gilbert were more dangerous. Yeah. More than this one. But you need God thanks. You got that. But listen to me here because if you got this out, we're so yeah, that's right. And what I get to understand, my dad called somebody a man that they mash up. Yes, man, but I don't know what I hear. So we still have to be one time. Yes, we are blessed. Yes, we are blessed. Because other country we get it mash up. You understand? So we have to give God thanks and continue to pray and tell what you have done for us in Jamaica and we love. That is it. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah. So this is what's it? Yeah. All right, Mela. So we're still standing. We're still giving you God thanks for that. You know, that been work. But I want to hear what your experience. What was it for you? What was it? I used to live. Yes. So it's not the new thing. Were you nervous too? I mean, I was nervous. Because I didn't know about coming so until actually it was Thursday. Oh, okay. I was with the problem. Okay. Silent to the digital office and check on it. Yeah. And I was watching the TV, and that was the time when I received it. things was coming up because I grew it, so it wasn't anything too threatening to me.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Which one was the most threatening for you?
Which one?
In the past.
Wilbur.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Take care.
Yes.
Yeah, one of them nice her thoroughly please. Okay, I do some more. All right. Yeah. Yeah, me too. All right. All right. Let me pause the herbs business right now. All right. So back on Beryl. So those persons, I think, yeah, they kind of share the essence of what it is, of what transpired here. I want to hear from you now, though. For those who are in Jamaica, where were you at the time when Hurricane Beryl came, and what was it like in your area? I want to hear from you quickly. Just go run to the comments and let me hear from you. Basically where in Jamaica you are or you were, and how was it? How was it in your neck of the woods? All right, I want to hear from you. Let's run to the chat now and tell me, share with the rest of us your area, general area. You don't have to necessarily give your, you can see a parish or you can see a town or you can or something like that, and tell me what is it like down there? What did you notice? All right, let's run to the comments right now. Oh, I'm curious. I want to hear from you. And we can share. As I said, part of my objective here is that we can actually get some learnings from that as well. So let's hear from you guys in the chat right now. What is it like? What was it like in your neck of the woods? In your neck of the woods. And, I'm gonna say again, look forward to the while you're queuing the stuff up. Look forward to the special episode on the South Coast. It's coming. It's coming later in the week. And if you haven't seen the feature I posted, I shared yesterday. It's called the morning after. There is actually uh, a link. It's on YouTube right now on this channel. I'm encouraged you to watch it. It gives you a good synopsis of what was, what happened, what transpired, and how things were the morning after. I told you in that feature actually. I noticed CBS was here. CBS and some other international, I almost said radio, not radio, television stations were here. They actually came to apparently to cover the hurricane. So you'll see that in there as well. So let me hear from you though. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody in the chat on the live now who was actually here in Jamaica? Just want to hear from you. Where in Jamaica you were and what is it like in your neck of the woods? All right. Janelle, blessed green chick. Thank you. Good to hear from you. My parents lost a lot of coconut and fruit trees on their property and roof damage in Manchester. Roof damage. Also, no electricity and internet. Thank you for sharing. Janelle, my friend. Her name is Janelle. Her channel is Blessed Green Chick. But Janelle is her name. Thank you, Janelle, from Manchester. Yeah, and I shared earlier that Manchester is also one of the parishes that have, up to yesterday morning, actually had no, up to yesterday, had no electricity at all in that parish. So hopefully by now, they're coming back on board. Thankfully, they have a generator. Yes. Can I say something on that? That's probably the unfortunate thing about events like these. I went in town yesterday and it was horrible. It was yesterday? Yeah, man. Well, the day after. Yeah, wait. Yeah, yesterday. It was really horrible, man, because I think there was a lot of price gouging. It was really hot. Really hot. I mean, the day after, the night, for those of us who are in the town, we need electricity at least for fun or for those who have AC, And because there was no power, people were rushing towards rushing to the stores to get solar powered fans or rechargeable fans and stuff like that. And they keep so I've and this is Jamaican dollars now. The prices have started to move um from one from here to here, like 4 times the prices. People keep just shifting the prices because there's so much demand. I went to a particular store on Barnett Street. People were talking. People were actually trying to get generators as well, and even though the prices were moving exponentially because of the demand and people. I remember I went to one place and people, there was like a lot of traffic around the front of the business there, and security was there and saying 2 or 3 or three now, 2 now. It wasn't, they were actually managing the crowd going inside because people were just really rushing to get solar powered fans or battery or rechargeable fans and lights, solar powered lights and so on. Because as I said, almost everything we do is dependent on electricity, and there's no electricity. Most places in Jamaica now still don't have it. So I found it a little bit, uh, uh, and I was a little uncomfortable. I was queasy, bad feeling to see that people were really taking advantage of that. But I guess it's demand and supply. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Taking advantage of that, and I'm sure some of those persons is probably the last they're taking trying to get. But even then, they run out of products. They run out of equipment and the products that they're looking that people are want. There was none of those, none of those after a while. Anyway, let me hear from you. Let me hear from you guys. Where in Jamaica you are, for those who are in Jamaica, who are on, if you're on, and I know it probably is a long shot because most of you here are actually tuning in from overseas to check in to hear what's happening here because, as I said, most of Jamaica is still out, still out, still out. But I'm curious to hear if there's anybody here who survived the hurricane who are on here. I want to hear from you, um, to hear how you fared, right? Yes, so Blessed Green Chick says, yes, thankfully they have a generator. That's your parents in Manchester. Blessed Green Chick, yes, when these things are in higher demand, the price rise. So as best as possible, we have to be ready, no matter what time of the year, because this storm came early, yes. And they, for those who don't know, the storms are named alphabetically, right? So the first one is A, obviously, then the next one is B, the next one is C, and so on. So what this means is that Beryl was the second one that formed. I didn't even hear about the first one, but it's very early. And if they exhaust the entire alphabet, they start over again. That's how I understand it works, right? So a point on that though. A point on that. It's still very early. The hurricane season starts in June, ends in November, June 1 to November 30. And so we're just about at the beginning. So I'm gonna use the opportunity here again to tell us, for those of you overseas, when you get in touch with family members, ask them, demand of them to make sure they're prepared, right? And if you're here and you're in Jamaica, please do what we need to do. Make sure we're prepared. I've actually started getting a little hurricane kit. I never had it before. People always talk about it. I'm being honest with you. Never really had anything like that. But I was forced this time. A little light and a little flashlight and a little radio and a little stuff like that. We prove now how important these things are. You have to be prepared. And I'm sure there are some learnings for everybody, the government as well, in terms of building permits and specifications and stuff like that, because it seems as if it's going to be going forward with all climate change issues. It's going to be a regular, because this is a record for us. A powerful Category 5 storm so early in the hurricane season, and we still have until the end of November, to weather. So a lesson for all of us. A lesson for all of us. And those of you who have been bombarding those, I don't know. Again, I mean, maybe may not be talking to the right person, but a lot of persons wait until the last minute to go to bombard to start to get essential supplies. I think that's risky, and a lot of people end up losing a lot more. Not at least money, paying twice, three times, four times for stuff that they never needed to because of just the bad timing. So preparation is, I think, is key. Good learning. Thank you. Uncle Darren, how you do, man? From Big Woods. Yeah, man, good to hear. Good to hear from you tuning in. Hold on. Big Woods, man, Darren. This is Westmoreland now. So, and this is Darren, guys, a friend of mine, personal, my classmate. Good to see you, my brother. From man, oh Lord, 10 story in one. Man in school. Man in school. I don't have a picture to share, but Manning's family. Feel it, man. I saw our library was dismantled. That I think over 250, 270 years now. That building. Yeah, so we have some work to do on that. We have some work to do on that. It was heartbreaking just to see those pictures of Manning's library. The iconic building at the front there. That is what Manning's is known for. Whenever they show any picture of Manning's, that's what it's. So I feel it. But Darren, back to you, my brother. You're in Westmoreland, Big Woods, and I'm curious. Do you have electricity? Because unless it came yesterday or late yesterday into today, I'm curious because based on the report, nobody in Westmoreland, nowhere in Westmoreland had electricity. So unless you're outside of the community, I want to hear from you. Just drop another comment there. Let me hear from you, my brother. I'm curious. All right. Thank you. Good to see you too, man. Good to see you. Cheryl Ellison, where are you, Cheryl? Where are you? Which area are you from? I'm curious. Which area are you or do you have family members in a particular? You said still don't. I'm thinking you're talking about electricity. Still don't have electricity. I'm gonna guess that. So I would love to hear where Cheryl you're reporting from or on. Marcia, I'm not in Jamaica, but my property in St. Elizabeth sustained a lot of damage to fruit trees. I'm very grateful that my house wasn't damaged. Great, thank you. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, Marcia. And I think we know by now that St. Elizabeth, Manchester, parts of Clarendon, parts of Westmoreland, that side, that belt was the hardest hit. So, yeah, but we're thankful. We're grateful that it was property damage. As somebody said earlier in the chat that it's trees will grow back. Lives are way more precious. So we give thanks, Marcia, and thank you for sharing, Marcia. Thank you for sharing. Darren, back to the boy. Yeah, boss. I thought Prescott Block and the number. The library was not destroyed. Oh, so I thought it was the library from the picture I saw. Oh, so it was Prescott Block. Ooh. What about Mumbai? Oh, Numbly. I think Darren meant Mumbai. Prescott and he said Numbly. It's Mumbai. I think. Good to hear. 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 Yeah, man. So you said no electricity, Darren. But you're tuning in. I'm glad to hear, my brother. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. How the cricket I go? We got White House representing Westmoreland and the SEC cricket competition. All right. That guys, I think we're at the top of the hour now. I would still love to hear from persons who are actually in Jamaica. I think still want to hear from you who actually went through. If you're able to, I know it's itchy. It's kind of up. Watching from New York. Hi, Junie. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Yeah, the places that are most greatly impacted. Unfortunately, I don't think they can be. We're not able to be on, which is St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland again, Manchester, Hanover. Those are the places. I heard unofficially that there was in Hanover. There's a house that actually what is it? Like it was on a hill, on the side of a hill, and it actually turned over. Right. I don't have any confirmed report. I didn't hear it in the news. I heard it persons talking about it. But again, we can't we don't have much to get yet because again, the communication to those parts of the island is sketchy. It will have the people who actually drive down there and come back. We get reports. They can't, there's no phone call for the most part because there's no connectivity. There's no internet there. All right. Let's hear from Cheryl again. Man, it's in Sheffield, still don't have light and water. Told you, man. Sheffield in, is it Sheffield in Westmoreland? I'm thinking Cheryl, right? Yeah, no, that's, yeah. And then Merlin, good night. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Merlin, for tuning in. Thank you. Good. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by. I just wanted, and again, the purpose of this live stream was to, again, obviously, put my face out there to let you know I'm good. Family is good, and that I don't know what you're seeing in other on social media and so on, because people kind of take it to a different level. I just want to have a real update from us here. There's actually a web page on the website that I actually am updating with the latest, so you can actually see some of the latest developments related to, obviously Beryl has gone now, related to Beryl on the web page as well. It's called Hurricane. Well, it's on the website, My-Island-Jamaica. But I wanted to just again put a face out there and give you a little update. In particular, the restoration, the power, restoration of power to different parts of the island. I wanted to give you an update on that. And let me just before I go, I'm going to share it with you again. If you tune in late, or you're just coming in, the stream. Let me just share this with you before you go. Let me acknowledge Merlin again. Let me acknowledge Calligraphy. Where have you been, Calligraphy, man? Many parts of Manchester has no electricity or power. Cell is potty, yes. Good to hear from you, my friend. Merlin from St. Lucia. Good to hear Caribbean representing the Caribbean, rest of the Caribbean here. Claremont Primary in Hanover roof was destroyed. Claremont. Oh, wow. Some of it is gonna take a while to get back. I tell you, man. Some of it, there's a lot of work out there. I passed Rumble, right? Rumble. For those of you who know Rumble, on the way to Westmoreland, between Hanover and Westmoreland, the border there was actually a power line, electrical pole. It's supposed to be like this. Our pass there was like this. People were actually driving under. Actually pause, stop first, and then watch to see if it was gonna fall off, and then I just shot through. Yeah, because it just set in there almost. I hope by now they fix it, because that was well, I'm pretty sure by now it would have been fixed. But it was a little bit scary passing under electrical pole, because it just barely just above the roof of the car, you know. That's it. That was in Hanover, Rumble area. I saw a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, I saw a lot of stuff on my way to the South Coast. After be driving through some bushes off the main road and get back onto the main, through to the bushes again and back again. I told you, some zinc roof of a church. Saw the zinc sheets down here and the church was up there, kind of thing, you know. I saw high tension wire, the high tension electrical wire, all kind of say. It was very lot was happening. Bulldozer clearing the road and all of that. I have some of that. I definitely have that. As I said, I'm going to be sharing that with you in a special episode on the South Coast. So look forward to that. Quickly, Calligraphy, other parts of Mandeville and era had no water 2 weeks prior to the hurricane. Broken pump. Oh, that's not good. Cheryl again. I'm in the face of Belmont, got some hit. I passed Belmont, yes. I passed Belmont Academy as well. Cheryl, I saw that. Eileen, where were you, Eileen? Joining from New Zealand, I'm happy that we only brushed Jamaica. Indeed. Indeed. I appreciate you chatting, joining the chat, Eileen. Angela, what about Angela, which Angela is this now? Is this Angela? The Angela I'm thinking? Angela! Is this Angela? Angela Malcolm Walker. I can't say. I would love to see your face. Let me know if it's the same Angela I'm thinking. All right, good to hear from you. Oh, by the way, my name is Mark as well, guys. All right, so you're in for the first time. This is somebody who knows me very well, obviously. Yes, my Jamaica. Some will take time. Another what? Oh, hold on. Yes, I heard something. Oh Lord, forgot to tell you. Sorry. There's another storm out there. I don't want to scare you, but there is another storm in the Atlantic. It's a C1. Is it Chris or something like that? Hold on. Let me just check. uh, storm. Let me just quick. Weather. AccuWeather. If you go to AccuWeather, let me check on AccuWeather. They're pretty accurate. Let me just check on it quickly. I don't want to give you any wrong information. Let me just check. AccuWeather. Storm. Let me see here. Okay, Atlantic Basin Tropical Storm Center. Let me see what might be out there. I heard there's another storm out there. Definitely. I heard something about that, but I want to just make sure I want to give you the right information. Tropical Storm Center. All right, I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not seeing anything. Hurricane, hold on. There is a tropical storm somewhere there, though. There definitely is a tropical storm. Here, what I'm gonna do. Rest assured, if anything develops into something, if it develops into something noteworthy, I'll be back to share a further update with you. All right? Rest assured. Rest assured. Hurricane tracker. Hold on here. Let me just check this one last time. Oh, well, it's just, yeah. It's talking about Beryl here. Oh, Chris. No, hold on. Hold on. Hold on a second here. Chris, June 2024, Atlantic. Let me take a look at this. Hold on. Maybe I'm pulling up something to see what. Okay. All right. So Sunday, 5 p.m. July 1. All right. All right. Well, here what? In the interest of time, I said, I heard there might be another system out there developing. All right. So I will track it. I'll watch. And if there's anything of note, I'll be back to share it with you. As long as electricity and internet maintains. All right. So this was, oh yeah, thank you. All right. So guys, I appreciate you. Come on, you're brilliant, bright people here, man. I see big up Jamaica American Association of Central Florida. Can I tell you, I went to the diaspora conference and I have a special feature to share on that too. But man, there's so much things that have been happening that I got pushed back with that. You know? Calligraphy says it's supposed to reach by Saturday. It's not a hurricane, just rain, lots of rain. This is a Chris one talking about calligraphy. I think so. All right. So nothing to talk about yet, but just stay tuned. Yeah, I'm not back. Oh yes. So it's Chris. Tropical depression. Yes. You bright people, man. Eileen, you're in touch. Oh, Eileen, you're in touch, man. Good. Thank you. All right. And then fine. I said just before I run off, let me just share these last couple of comments. All right, so let's see who is this. ISIS 31. Let's see. I watched your update with my mom in the US. I have not heard from my brother in the hospital in St. Anne, cousin in St. Mary, and my uncle who is visiting from England. He's just got there on Saturday, which is what? Saturday. All right, so more than likely, thank you. First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the channel. And you said you and your mom, I appreciate that. You haven't heard from a mother in hospital in St. Anne, cousin in St. Mary. I have not heard any reports of anything happening to, I mean, any major issues coming out of those places. I mean, like on the radio or any sort of report like that, or through government reports. I haven't heard anything. So I want to say that they are probably okay. The issue primarily is that there's no communication because there's no internet and no electricity. Right? Most cases, most people are okay. Right? In most cases, I haven't heard any adverse reports of any major issues anywhere outside of the electricity issues. So to your point, ISIS 31, they're probably okay, more than likely. Just that and even my phone here, it says I have internet, but it's choppy. You mean sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And we kind of have to understand. That's just how it is, you know. So just be patient, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for the note though. Yeah, Chris is heavy rain. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Jamaican American Association of Central Florida. Yes. So just before I head off, let me just share again the report that came back. Yes, that was published yesterday with the places that have JPS already restored power. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 8 out of the 14 parishes. Let me just share this with you. If you're coming in, you're just joining. This is it. All right. So St. James, part of St. James, part of St. Thomas, part of Kingston and St. Andrew, obviously. Trelawney, part of Trelawney, Stuart Castle, Springfield, Florence Hall, Clarkstown, Jacksontown, Braco, Rio Bueno, Duncan's Park, Spicehill, Harmony, Silver Sands. Those are the only areas. So these are the only areas that have electricity restored. Only. The rest of the island is without power. Was without power at this time yesterday. All right, at 9:30 yesterday. All right, so just wanted to share that. So St. Catherine, part of St. Catherine, as you can imagine, the corporate area will have, for obvious reasons, it's a hub of the country. The big media companies and traditional media, as well as the government entities and so on, they're based there. So you'll understand why the priority is there as well. But these are the places that they reported yesterday. I got a hold of this document I said I would share with you. But so there would have been some addition to this since yesterday, but I don't think it's going to be significant yet to say most of the island. So most of the island, again, most of the island is still without electricity. If you're trying to get people, chances are that is why you're not getting them, because there's no power. So just don't panic yet. We haven't heard any major issues of people drowning outside of the 3 persons. Again, condolences to those families. 3 persons. Earlier on, and in the which one was a young man trying to retrieve a football in a river. Another one was in Hanover, where a tree fell on the house of an elderly lady. I think those was, and there's another one, I don't remember the other one. But those were the reports that we got. There was one more, I don't remember the other one. But outside of those, there has been no major other casualties. So if you're not getting a family member, don't panic yet. It's probably because, again, they can't hear you. They're not able to connect with you. All right? So that's that. All right. Thank you, my auntie in St. Catherine. Let me just close this off behind us. Good news. My auntie in St. Catherine got power back. Thank you for sharing that, Chanel. All right. It's just a strong shot. It's strong. What is this? It's just a strong. Okay. Where's that document from? Where's that document from? It's from the JPS. It's on the JPS. So you can actually, can I share it with, I don't know how you'd get it otherwise. Except maybe I just put it back on the screen and zoom in so you can, if you can pause it after you watch a replay after, pause video and go through to see if any of your family members are there. All right. But by tomorrow this time, or certainly by midweek, this will be, um, redundant, um, because they're gonna have a more updated one, right? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look forward to the special report I have on the South Coast. That's gonna be interesting. I have some interviews that I did with people on there. Riveting stuff. I'm gonna share that later on, as a premiere, perhaps later in the week, hopefully before the weekend. But they're definitely gonna see it. And if you haven't seen the one I did, yes, the premiere yesterday at 6 p.m., you should take a look at it. It's I call it the morning after, where you get to see real pictures, live clips, live interviews of persons who actually went through the storm, and actually saw, see live footage of what transpired after the hurricane. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your time. It's Sunday evening here, and I know some of you it's a little bit late in parts of the US, so I appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. I don't do a lot of live. I think I need to change that, right? I don't do a lot of live. I try to just spend more time editing and just posting as premiere. But I think I want to do more because the feedback has been good. And certainly, as it relates to hurricane or natural events like this, I'm definitely going to jump on to talk to you, to share with you, to let you know what's happening or anything related to Jamaica. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Continue to like and share the video, so YouTube know that it has value and it's not just talk, it's not just hype, it's not just people out there, you know, it's solid information, solid content. Uh, Perfect way to end. Eileen, my ardent subscriber, please keep updating us. I saw your coverage of Granville after the hurricane. Always good to see what is happening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love and thanks. Have a fantastic rest of the night, evening, and productive week. I will be back to share again if I need to. Anything that is happening, I'll be sharing with you. But thank you for your love, thank you for your support, thank you for the concern. Thank you for tuning in to hear the latest on what is happening here in Jamaica related to Beryl. Have a good one.